That will complete the round, so as before, go ahead and join to the first stitch by using a slip stitch. And that does complete round 5, and you can go through and count your posts now. You should have 56 posts all the way around. Remember to count each vertical one. Pull them apart if you have to so you can see them better. That's 1, 2, 3, and so forth all the way around. You should have a total of 56, and that would complete round 5. And now we can begin on round 6. And to begin round 6, chain 3 as usual. And let's take a look and see what it says. Double crochet in each stitch around. Okay, that's pretty straightforward. So we have our first double crochet in this stitch. Let's find the next stitch, which is going to be right here. Now don't get confused by previous rounds, because so far we've had to do 2 double crochets in each stitch at the beginning of rounds. So normally we would go right here into the base of this chain 3, because that would count as 2 double crochets in the same stitch. But for the beginning of round 6, we're just going to do 1 double crochet per 1 stitch. So this is our 1 stitch. We already have a double crochet in it. So now let's go to the next stitch and do 1 double crochet in it. Just like that. Find your next stitch right here. So 1 double crochet into it. Repeat into the next stitch. So this round is very straightforward. It's 1 double crochet in each stitch all the way around. Let's finish up round 6 here. Just a few more single crochets in the next few stitches. One more right here. That will complete our round. And now we're just going to join to the top of that chain 3 that we started with. And that will be the end of round 6. So let's take a look at it. We have something a little bit different here when we get to the end of this round. If you look, you can see it started to flip inward all the way around, kind of like a cup. And the reason it did that is because we didn't increase on this round. So anytime you're working in circles and you don't do any increases, instead of the work going outward and getting bigger, it actually goes upward and gets bigger that way. So that completes round 6. Let's take a look and see what we have to do for round 7. If you look at the pattern, round 7 through round 16 all say the same thing. Repeat round 6. So all we have to do, as we did for round 6, just do 1 double crochet in each stitch all the way around. So let's begin with our chain 3, just like we do in every row for this pattern, and then just do 1 double crochet in the next stitch, 1 double crochet in the next stitch, 1 double crochet in the next stitch, and so forth all the way around. This will complete round 7 once you get to the end. So let's finish up round 7 with just these last few single crochets. And that will complete the round. And as with all the others, go ahead and slip stitch together from the top of the chain 3 that you begin the round with. Okay, and you can see the cupping continues, and it is getting bigger going up. You can see as it goes, and now we're ready to start the next round. This is the beginning of round 8, so let's go ahead and double crochet in each stitch all the way around. This will finish up round 8. Just these last few double crochets. And then slip stitch together from the top of the chain 3 that you began the round with. This will begin round 9. And now we'll finish up round 9. Begin round 10. And now we'll finish up round 10. Let's begin around 11. And then we'll finish up round 11. Let's begin round 12 now. Finish up round 12. If you want to add a colored stripe to your hat, now is a good time to do it. Change colors for rounds 13 and 14, and then go back to your primary color, in this case yellow. So we finished up round 12. Let's go ahead and cut off our working yarn that we were using. Pull that through, and then later on we'll go back and weave in this end so it's out of the way. For now, just put it down there. And let's get our secondary color. In my case, I'm going to use gray. I figure it will contrast nicely with it, just well enough so that you can see it in the video to tell the difference. So, if you remember from the changing colors lesson, let's go ahead and put the hook in the stitch where we're going to begin, loop over the new color yarn, and pull it through. And we're double crocheting, so we're going to begin with chain 3. Okay, hold your new yarn in place, chain 3 straight up, and then begin your double crochets in each stitch all the way around. So we're still doing the exact same thing, just one double crochet in each stitch all the way around, but all we did was change colors first, and this will make a nice even stripe all the way around on your hat. So we will go ahead and finish up round 13. This is the first round of the new color. And just remember that if you decided not to change colors, then you wouldn't have done anything differently. You would just go ahead and continue with this round as you have with every other round since round 6 by just chaining 3 straight up and then continue to do one double crochet in each stitch all the way around. So we'll go ahead and connect this to complete round 13. And I'm going to do 2 rounds in this same color. So we will go ahead and continue on by doing chain 3 straight up, and then just as before, one double crochet in each stitch all the way around. So let's get this round started. This will be round number 14. let's go ahead and finish up round 14. This will be the second round of the new color that we started. And we're going to finish this round off because now we're going to change back to our primary color. So go ahead and slip stitch to the first to join, just as we do for each round. And then you're going to cut off your working yarn with your hook, pull it straight through. And now we're finished with the secondary color, and for the next round we're going to start on the primary color. So for round 14, let's go ahead and change back to our primary color. Insert your hook through the beginning stitch, loop over your new color, pull it through, hold it into place, and chain 3 straight up. And then continue your normal pattern of 1 double crochet in each stitch all the way around. The 2 rows on which we changed colors were rows 13 and 14. Now we're back to our primary color, so this is row 15 that we're finishing up here. So let's go ahead and complete row 15. And we're done with all of our color changes, all the extra yarn. So when you're done, don't forget to go back in and weave in all of the extra ends. Okay, that completes round 15. And now we only have one more round to go that uses the same pattern. So let's finish round 16 by getting it started, chain 3 straight up, and then just as before, 1 double crochet in each stitch all the way around. So we're at the end of row 16. This is the final row where all we do are double crochets in each stitch all the way around. So now that we're finished with this, we are ready to move on to the last row, which is row 17. And for row 17, if you look at it, all you do is you chain 1. So let's go ahead and do that. And then you do a single crochet in each stitch all the way around. With all the previous rows, we chained 3 and did double crochets all the way around. Well, when you work with single crochets, you don't chain 3, you only chain 1. So this first chain 1 will equal a single crochet, just as our chain 3s equal to double crochet. So we have our first. Let's go into our next stitch and do a single crochet. Next stitch, single crochet, next stitch, and so forth all the way around. So let's finish this going around to get it finished. So now we are at the end of our last round. And this is just finishing up the single crochets in each stitch. And then I will show you how to finish this off. Here's the last stitch here. Pull through, slip stitch, and then we will cut our working yarn. Pull it straight through. And that gives you another end that you have to weave in. Now, don't forget to go back and weave in all the ends of where you change colors. So let's take a look at what we have here. Now if you notice the stitches here on the outside, actually these are not your good stitches. These are the wrong side of the work. So when you finish and you weaved in all your ends, turn the hat inside out because your good stitches are on the inside. You can see how much better those look. You've got a nice little ribbing here on the bottom. That's from the single crochets. If you wanted to go around again with single crochets, you could go around three or four rounds and make a nice little ribbing on the end. And some hat patterns do call for that. They're all different. There's a infinite number of hat patterns out there. So just find one that you like. Once you know how to read the pattern with knowing how many double crochets to do in each stitch, and then do one set of double crochets in each stitch, you just do what it says. As it goes around, just know to work in each stitch as it calls for, and that's it. That's the basics of it. I hope you learned something from this, and if you have any questions, you know how to contact me, and I'll be more than happy to help you.